next to Remy. Remy, note that very well. So here, okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Good afternoon, Mr. Elumelu. I'm Josiah Oluwole Fisher from Nigeria. I'm not a Tony Elumelu Foundation alumni, but I'm a YouWin. It's a government-funded initiative. I'm one of the winners for 2017. My question is this, based on my experience, that Mark Zuckerberg wouldn't have achieved all he's done today if he were in Nigeria. Yeah. So my question directly now is this. What is your advice, or how will you advise Nigerians to achieve their technological dreams in spite of so many challenges? For example, you mentioned innovation, government intervention, you mentioned access to funds. As a YouWin enterprise winner, since March, we've been given the training, but no funding yet. Electricity and other things. So what would be your advice? How youths and Nigerians can achieve their technological dreams in spite of so many challenges?
And what did Mark Zuckerberg say here?
No, you said that Mark Zuckerberg would not have succeeded if he were Nigerian. How can Nigerians succeed?
Take it one by one.
Look, I addressed some part of your question, but let me share a conviction. We spoke about migrations. We spoke about very bold people, and when you speak and refer to precisely the American innovation ecosystem, you speak about a lot of people, and they were, not all of them were not totally Americans. Just for you to bear that in mind. It seems that Steve Jobs came from a family of Syrian refugees. So, it's just your nationality is not part of your ability to succeed.
Mr. President, can you repeat that? I'd like us to listen to that again, please. What you just said now.
No, my point is to say, it's not your nationality and your ID which will say you can succeed or not. Except if it's in your mind. So, I don't know your peculiar situation. And I'm not here to make an arbitrage between the government and Nigerian entrepreneurs. But I do believe that if you think for yourself that being a Nigerian makes you, in a certain way, unable to succeed, you will never succeed. Whoever you will be. Whatever your idea will be. Because precisely what you have to promote, what you have to do if you want to succeed, is to take this part of risk. And I have to say, precisely because you are a Nigerian, because you dare, you can become one of the greatest success of the upcoming century, because it's probably more difficult than in the United States. But to be clear with you, it's true that when you start as a startup in Nigeria, the precondition, the ecosystem, is less favorable than in the US on Silicon Valley. You're right. You're right. But if you succeed given this condition, if you dare, if you fight, if you don't persuade yourself that it's impossible because you are Nigerian, if you found allies, partners, financiers, if your ideas is the right one, and you succeed, I can tell you, you will be such a role model that you will convince a lot of people in the region. And Mark Zuckerberg or any other startups or leaders coming from Silicon Valley will not be the star here. You will be the star. Because you will be in a situation to embody that. So please, what I want to do is not to export my startups. I'm not teaching you or lecturing you saying, I want my startups to become your role model. What I think is good for Africa and for you is to build your own role model. So I have another way to answer your question. Mark Zuckerberg will never become Nigerian. And you live in Nigeria, and Nigeria has to succeed. So please, just invent the new Mark Zuckerberg being Nigerian, Senegalese, Malian, and so on and so on. That's what Africa needs. No complex.